But since we have a little slack time, we're going to cut our next year's winter wood. In the process, I'm going to try to cut out the scrubs and anything that's crooked or too angled because it's too thick and growing crooked, and try to leave only the nice straight trees, so as eventually we'll have a good crop of good trees instead of a big crop of brush. Something I've learned the hard way is if you cut a tree down and don't want it there anymore, you need to poison the stump where it'll kill the roots. I've got about a 2-acre patch I cut off about 3 years ago and didn't poison them, and now I've got a 2-acre patch of brush. We're also trying to make it look better around the pond and get the brush away from the edge of the pond so it'll be easier to fish without getting your line caught up a lot of the time. And so it's kind of a dual purpose. So we're going to try to utilize the drier weather right now while I can still get the bobcat in to pack the logs off and get them piled up for next year.
Hot or cut?
Caught me.
Cut?
No, it didn't cut, but it caught me.
Pinched you?
Yeah. Well, the tree pinched my saw, so I've got to lift the tree off of it so Jen can pull it out.
Well, that was an easy job for me.
Well, me too. And you can pull it out. This is what we're using for our root killer. After we cut the tree down, we coat the stump, and you're supposed to be able to do it at any season. And it's called Tordon, and you have to be careful because it is a kind of a powerful chemical, and you don't want to scatter it everywhere. You don't want to bathe your hands in it because it might have something bad in it to hurt you. But it's very necessary that you kill these trees after you cut them down, or you haven't really gained anything. Now we only put this on the surface where I cut it, and we try hard not to let it run off. In fact, it won't. It soaks in so quick it can't hardly run off. But anyway, you do want to totally cover what you cut. Most important part is to be sure you get it covered right where the bark begins, because that's where the moisture runs up and down a lot during the season change. I think I'm going to have to get a new sponge here before too long, but I about use this one up. Well, since I'm mostly blind, I like the fact that the chemical is blue so I can tell when I'm done. Here's a stump I cut and treated last spring, and it didn't grow sprouts anymore. And so that's what I want to happen. When I cut them, I want them to stay cut. About 3 or 4 years ago, my son Isaac and I cut all this out, down to ground, burned the brush. We just left the big trees that were nice, solid trees, but we didn't treat the stumps. Now I've got to go through and cut them all again, and burn the brush and treat the stumps to get rid of them. Some people might want second growth, but I would much rather have it where my trees have a chance to become good trees, and in between where it will produce a lot of good grass. When you have brush like this, you don't have anything. You can't raise grass, you can't raise good trees, and I want to clean it up as best I can. I use my skid steer to hold the trees up so as I trim them, they won't be folding up and pinching my saw. This way they'll break down when I saw it and won't pinch my saw blade. And it's really helpful to have that skid steer to do that with. This is my little pile of logs I've got started for next year's wood, and I will just pile up a pretty big pile and then block it up. Then I'll bring the splitter over and split that up, and then hopefully store it inside on some pallets after that.